All right, let's get right into it. For basically all of history, our relationship with technology has been pretty simple. We give the orders, and the machines, well, they follow them. But that entire story is starting to change, big time. Today, we're going to talk about the massive shift to agentic AI, where our tech stops being just a tool we use and starts becoming a teammate we work with. Think about it. For decades, we've been the ones pulling the strings. From simple gears to computers running our code line by line, and yeah, even to the chatbots that just answer our direct questions, it's always been us providing the step-by-step instructions. But this leads to a really fascinating and honestly a pretty profound question. What happens when the AI stops waiting for our next command and starts figuring out the next steps on its own? This one question right here is the start of a completely new era. To really wrap our heads around how huge this change is, we first need to take a quick look back at the old world, the world of traditional AI, which was built on one simple thing: rules. The best way to think about traditional software is like a recipe. You've got a specific list of ingredients and a very precise set of steps. You follow them exactly, you get the exact same cake every single time. There's no room for improvisation, right? It just does what the recipe says. The process was always a straight line. Super simple. Step 1, you give it some data. Step 2, it follows the rigid instructions you programmed into it. And step 3, it spits back an answer. It's direct, it's predictable, and it's totally dependent on your command. And hey, don't get me wrong, this model is incredibly powerful. It built pretty much the entire digital world we live in. But here's the catch. It was never independent. It couldn't decide what to do next on its own. And that brings us to the breakthrough, the game changer: autonomy. This is the idea at the very heart of agentic AI, and it's completely rewriting the rules of what's possible. So here's the difference in a nutshell. Traditional AI follows instructions. It's that fixed recipe. But agentic AI, it pursues goals. It doesn't have a fixed recipe. It's constantly adapting its plan on the fly. So what does autonomy actually mean here? It's the power to do 3 really important things, all without a human holding its hand: to plan a path, to adapt that plan when things inevitably change, and to act on its own decisions to get closer to that goal. You tell it what you want, not how to do it. So instead of that simple straight-line process we saw before, an agent works in a continuous loop. It's not just reacting to one thing you said, it's constantly thinking, assessing, and rethinking its next move. Let's break that loop down. Okay, first up, the loop kicks off with observation. The AI agent is basically just looking around and gathering information from its environment. This could be anything really: new data coming in, feedback from a user, or the result of its last action. It's always sensing. Second, it orients itself. This is the making sense of it all phase. It takes all that raw information it just observed and tries to connect the dots. It's asking, okay, what does all this mean for my goal? It's building a mental map of what's going on. Third, based on that new understanding, it decides. It comes up with a plan. It asks itself, all right, given everything I know right now and what I'm trying to achieve, what's the absolute best move I can make next? This is really the strategic heart of the whole process. And finally, it acts. It actually does the thing. It might write some code. It might send an email, whatever the plan called for. And this is the beautiful part, as soon as it acts, the result of that action becomes a brand new piece of data for it to observe. And the loop starts all over again. See, it's not just reacting, it's reasoning. So we have this autonomous AI that's constantly thinking and learning. But so what? Why does this actually matter in the real world? Well, because it signals a fundamental shift in how we work with technology. It's a shift toward true collaboration. It's how we get from tools to teammates. I mean, really think about this for a second. For all of human history, our tools have been passive things. They just did what we told them. Now, for the very first time, we're building systems that can actively work with us to solve complex problems. And this isn't some far-off sci-fi dream. Imagine an AI where you just say, plan a whole research project for me, and it goes off and breaks it down, finds the papers, summarizes them, and drafts an outline for you. Or imagine one that doesn't just answer a customer support ticket, but handles the entire problem from start to finish, and then even reflects on what went wrong to make the process better next time. So you see what's happening? We're elevating AI. It's no longer just a digital assistant that can fetch information for us. It's becoming a genuine strategic problem solver that can take on big, messy, multi-step goals. This, of course, leads us to the big picture. What does this new partnership between people and AI actually look like? Well, the key idea here is all about scaling our own abilities. And let's be super clear about this. This isn't about replacing people. It's about amplifying what we're capable of. Agentic AI gives us partners that can handle the grunt work, operate at incredible speeds, and learn constantly, which frees us up to tackle challenges that were just too big or too complex before. There's this quote that I think just nails the whole vision. The future of AI is about creating collaborators that share our goals and help us achieve them. It's not about perfect servants, it's about capable partners. And that right there is the big takeaway. This is why Agentic AI is so important. We are literally watching the moment in history when our most powerful technology stops being just a tool and truly starts becoming a teammate. But what happens when these individual teammates start working with each other? Well, join us for the next explainer in this series, where we're going to dive into multi-agent systems and explore how AI is learning to collaborate with itself. You're not going to want to miss that one.